again.
Let's go.
I was sharing with, Elena and Grant. I don't have as much money as many of you all in the room, but to be honest with you, I'm pretty, all right. Grant told me yesterday, don't say that. I mean, just the truth is, like, coming from a high school dropout, 9th grade education, ex stripper, scammer, schemer, I'm grateful to say that I do over 7 figures a month now. It would be remiss for me to get up here and not acknowledge a few people. I was taught by one of my #1 mentors that changed my life to always give honor. The first person that made me believe in making 7 figures a month is in this room, Mr. Holston Bucks. I just want to acknowledge you. I want to say thank you to Neo, and I did a webinar challenge, so to speak. My first time, I didn't want to do it, and because I was just not enthused about it, because I don't want to work hard anymore. Does anybody feel like they don't want to work hard? I don't want to work hard anymore. I want to work smart, and I want to work to create leverage. And so I was inspired by them having $2 million days. And so I'm like, you know what? I do have a lot of value to add. And one thing that I'm very, very, very excited about, and even being in this room, it just gave me the confirmation that I'm on track. Like, a lot of y'all are very smart. Y'all are very smart, and y'all talk real big. And some of the things y'all say goes over, the little people's heads. And I like to still consider myself a little person. I didn't graduate from college. I became, the woman I am today from non-traditional education, being in rooms like this, reading books, going to masterminds, going to seminars, and just self-educated. And so I decided to do the challenge with Neo, and I would say that I had a $3 million challenge my first time. And what's exciting about what I do is I believe out of sight, out of mind. And I'm gonna stay in your face. You're never going to forget me. And eventually you're gonna buy something from me. I'm in the network marketing industry still. How many of y'all used to be in network marketing or still are in network marketing? Okay, well, I started off in network marketing, and no matter what I do, I will always have my pulse and my energy in the network marketing industry, because it changed my life, and I still do, 7 figures plus a year in my network marketing company. So I do a lot of things, and I really cater to the least, the lost, and the last. And I think that even being in this room, I'm grateful for staying in that vein, because a lot of y'all don't cater to the people that only have $150, that only have $500, that only have $1,000, that can only afford a $30,000 webinar, or not a webinar, $30,000 mastermind. So I am just really compassionate, and I have a lot of empathy for people that resemble where I came from. So I wrote this down because I could talk a lot, and I enjoy practicing in front of these kind of audiences to see how y'all respond to me. So I was gonna practice for a long time, but I'm gonna be done in 5 minutes. So I believe that the highest form of the highest human act is inspiration. And so many people right now are just uninspired. They are uninspired. Some of you are no longer inspired, because what you do when you have the cars, the jewelry, the clothes, and everything that you materialistically wanted, what makes you keep going? And for me, it's just remembering that, if you forget where you came from, you would easily repeat. And so I have a lot of people to go and help. So I love to, number one, I go live a lot. Why do I go live a lot? It's like I could feel the people. I could and it's the weirdest thing. I feel when they need inspiration. I could feel when they need to see me. I could feel when they need me to go live so they can hear a grant. They may not be able to come in this room, but when y'all have heard this before, people like to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So I create a know, like, and trust environment on my social media. I'm very transparent. I took a shower with Windex. I am very transparent. I let you know. I let social media know my highs. I let them know my lows. I don't just act like life is grandiose. If I had a horrible day, I'll get on social media and I'll cry. If I'm overwhelmed, I get on social media and I'll tell them I'm overwhelmed. If I'm, frustrated, if I've been, going through something with my kids, I am very an open book, and it makes people feel like, wow, she's a real person. So when I'm giving value or content or doing what I do, more people will probably buy from me than the smartest person, because I come across very real and I make things very simple. And so I do believe in high touch and high tech. I have my own app. It's called I Am Woke. I created that app, which stands for wisdom, oneness, knowledge, and elevation. I believe that that's exactly how we grow. It goes from knowledge, and then once we do things by default, it turns into wisdom. And so I like to let people see me in the act of doing the things that I have done to get to where I am today. So number one, high touch and high tech is what I believe in. From the time I wake up in the morning, I put my first post on social media no later than 7:30. If I don't post by 7:30 in the morning, people are in my inbox. They're texting me. They're like, "Are you okay? Where are you?" Because people come to my page as like a destination page. They come to my page to see what is the inspirational video that Stormy's gonna put out today. What is she gonna tell us to think today? It's the most amazing thing. So, Grant said something to me yesterday at the table, and I don't know if he meant to say this to me. No, you know what? He meant to say this to me. He goes, I feel sorry for you. I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? You're like, you have a huge responsibility. And that has stayed with me since last night, because I really do feel that way. And I don't express that to people, but I really feel like, who's gonna talk to the ex-stripper? Who's gonna talk to the black girl, the Latino, the minority that dropped out of school? Who's gonna keep it simple that they could believe in the power of themselves? I don't think nobody can do it like me. And so I do feel like I have a huge responsibility. And so high touch versus high tech. The second thing I think about is the 80-20 rule. Like, I don't sell a lot. I just show you. And so when you see me using things or see me doing things, or I recommend a book or I recommend a mastermind, like I can tell y'all this. I would probably put more people in the mastermind in January than a lot of y'all in here today. And I'm not saying it to be condescending. I'm saying it to say people trust me. They know I'm not just selling them something for money. They know that I make money, and I don't, Grant says brag. I do brag. I let people know I make 7 figures a month. I wear a lot of jewelry because I want you to know I got money. My community, they need to see you. You need to let them see you. And I'm gonna make sure I don't blend in. I'm gonna wear, if I could wear 16 watches like I have at home right now to make y'all know that I got a couple of coins, I would do that. And Holton, you taught me that, and I'm looking at you, where your jewelry at? He was the one with the big watches, and I saw him and Earlene do it. I'm like, I'm doing that too. I'm gonna be like that one day. So I became the woman I am today for real, because I would go to rooms and see a Holton Bugs, and I would look at his wife and I'd be like, look at her shoes. Wow, I want some shoes like that. Man, look at that watch. Like, well, how do you afford a watch like that? It's like, what? Like, it changed my life. And so I show and tell a lot. Number 4, number 2 is 80-20 rule. I'm always adding value for free. I do so much for free. I'm trying to figure out now, like, how do I charge for certain things? Like, I do a call every Monday called Wake Up and Win, y'all. It's 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people on a Monday at 9 o'clock every morning waiting for my Wake Up and Win call. I've prevented people from committing suicide. I've had people walk up to me and give me checks like I was about to kill my whole family, but you said something and I changed my mind. So when I hear those type of things, it makes me realize how much is not about the sell, but it's about the share and the inspiration. So that's number 2. Number 3, again, know, like, and trust. Number 4, people need community. Like, to me, like, all of us in here, we have to look at ourselves like we're a community. Like, we're not in competition with each other. Like, collaboration is the new currency, as Brandon was saying. We are better together than apart. Nobody in here is hurting for money. Nobody. So I just feel like when we have the mentality of we're better together than apart, I'm not afraid to talk about a Neo, because Neo gonna take my person and put him in his community. No, Neo, we work together. If I'm working with you and you working with me, we're adding value to each other. They may be in my community and in your community. Why do we have to have a scarcity mentality? So I'm big on community. I asked Gloria, can you come and be a part of my deal? I want people to hear from people that they never would have heard from, because I'm going to introduce them to the people. And it's something that happens. I just feel like people pray for me. They celebrate me. They're grateful for me. People all around the world in different languages that may not even understand what I'm saying, because they're like, if it wasn't for Stormy, I wouldn't have known about Grant Cardone. If it wasn't for Stormy, I wouldn't have known about what's Think and Grow Rich. If it wasn't for Stormy, I wouldn't have knew the power of meditation and imagination and affirmations and declarations, and how does one change, take the power away from, stop talking about it, you take the power away. So I just feel like as I add value, and you never know what a person is going through. It's like you never know what a person is going through. The owner of Martyr stood in front of his own company and let the train kill him. He's a billionaire. He killed himself. So you just never know what state of mind people are in. And so I'm big on community. My community, it was at one point we were at over 100,000 a month. I just literally revamped my community and moved it to a whole new platform. And we have almost 10,000 subscribers. I've gotten my community to a little over $60,000 in like 30 days. We're so new. And it's because people want what I have to offer. And I don't have to sell them. They just want it. And they like to feel good. People want to feel good. And so one of the things I also love about my community, and the reason why I go live, is because people get to connect with each other when I go live, and when they're inside of my community, they get to connect with each other. And one thing I learned again, I gotta use Hilton again, is it takes like 7 to 10 times for people to say yes. You think that they're gonna say yes from your webinar? They may say yes because you're outside in the pool swimming with your son. They may say yes because you're the inspiration that made them get up and work out today. Stormy, you're the person that made a person decide, I'm going to the gym today, because they saw you in the gym today, they going to the gym today. That matters. It works. And it has worked for me so much that I'm in rooms like this. People like Grant says he's never met a person that works like me. If you know me from my work ethic, I'm grateful for that. That's good enough. I don't care how you figure out who Stormy Wellington is. I'm gonna make sure you're gonna know my name. Whether you buy some NutriBurst, some tea, whether you join my community, whether you come to my event. I've done $1 million events. I sold $1 million event out, $1 million, no ads. And again, this is not even a good brag. This is a bad one. I don't do ads. I don't do paid ads. I don't spend ad money. I did $1 million event, sold out $1 million event in 70 days by myself. When I do surveys, the number one thing that comes back from my surveys is, we don't want to hear from nobody. We want you. Stop inviting all these people. We want you. And I'm still trying to figure out, like, y'all just want me? It's like, yes, we want to learn from the girl who is vulnerable. She's transparent. She's not the most articulate. She may stutter. She may mess the word up. She may have her stomach showing one day. I want to hear from her, because she reminds me of who I am today, but also where I could be. And so, lastly, the how-tos don't matter when the why is big enough. And so when I bring you in my bathroom, most of y'all people probably never saw your bathroom. I have a $40,000 marble wall, and I brag about it. Look at my wall, it's marble. I do majority of my lives in my bathroom with my toilet. When I walk past it, the toilet lifts up, and they're like, ooh, I want a toilet like that one day. So little things like that has been one of the most effective things that I've been able to do. Being able to show people my lifestyle, me in the kitchen cooking, me, putting my makeup on, but being very high touch and literally recognizing the truth is out of sight, out of mind. And nobody is ever gonna forget Stormy Wellington. I don't care what I gotta do. You're going to know me, you're gonna know my name, and eventually, I don't even care if you're buying something just to see if it's bullshit. You're gonna spend some money with me. And that's all that matters. So that's my piece. I'm done. Follow me on Instagram right now, Coach Stormy. Download my app. I am woke. Let's get 10